Good evening, everybody. Welcome to beautiful Jack Williams Stadium here, home of Fargo Post 2 baseball. Fargo, North Dakota, with Joe Schreiner and Brian Watson here on the Three Borders Sports Network. Thanks for joining us this evening. Great evening here for baseball, and they've had a great evening for the whole tournament, I guess I should say, too, Brian. And welcome aboard, and our second baseball broadcast. So welcome aboard, Brian, and great place to play baseball here at Fargo.
Should be a good night for baseball. Game 5 of the tournament today.
Yep.
So hopefully, Wahpeton's ready to play some good ball.
It's the Joel Parmer Red River Classic here in Fargo at Jack Williams Stadium. As you can see on the field, the coaches are meeting for the umpires meeting here pre-game. Let's take a look here at the starting lineup here, Brian, if we got that graphic ready to go for our folks. You can see Isaac Loosemore is going to be the starting pitcher for Wahpeton. Jordan Miller is going to be the starting catcher. Hunter Wamry is going to be at first base. Isaac Getz will be at second base. Nick Thompson is going to get the start at third base in the hot corner. Mason Tome is going to be the shortstop. He will be, as a designated hitter, Dawson Hoffman will be hitting for him. Left field will be Tori Ulick in the center field position, Jake Ulick, and in right field, Sterling Warney. Our head coach is Kelly McNary, and assistant coaches for Wahpeton Senior Babe Ruth, Wade Gilbertson and Lance Getz. And we'll take a look here at the field, and I'll just run through the starting lineup for Sioux Falls West. The guys are playing the Sioux Falls West team. Their pitcher is Kyler Miratello. He'll be starting pitching, and he will be having a designated hitter for him. Jamie Legg is the starting catcher. That's your battery, Miratello and Legg. And as you can see, Wahpeton is the home team tonight as they take on Sioux Falls West. Dexter Payne is going to be at first base, Keegan Johnston at second base, Nate Slowey at third base, Cody Moores at shortstop, and in the outfield we've got Caden Frick in left, Noah Goodroad in center, and Emot Nathan is your right fielder. And that's not the head coach there. We forgot to change the coach there. We were rushed for time as we got started here for Sioux Falls West, so we'll see if we can find that a little bit later on. But anyway, the starting lineup, as we called it there for Wahpeton, Jake Ulick's going to bat first for Wahpeton. Getz will be second. Loosemore will be the third hitter, and then Dawson Hoffman, the designated hitter, will bat fourth. Hunter Wamry will bat fifth. Nick Thompson at third base will be sixth. Jordan Miller, Tori Ulick, and Sterling Warney. And as we said earlier, that Mason Tome, starting at shortstop for Wahpeton, will be hit for here in this game. So Mason, the starting shortstop, at this point in time will not get a chance to hit. There is a time limit on these games. It's a 2-hour time limit. So these games, there's been a few in the tournament so far that have been shortened because of time. Right now in pool play, Wahpeton is 1-1 in pool play. They defeated the Fargo Bombers in game 1 of the tournament on Friday morning at 8 a.m. And then in game 2, they lost to Stephen Argyle 10-2. So Wahpeton's 1-1. The Bombers are 1-1. Stephen Argyle tied their second game with Sioux Falls West with this team here that Wahpeton's facing. So there's quite a mix-up here, and the next 2 games will determine how the championship round goes. And Lucy starts out with a strike. First pitch officially at 6:40 p.m. So again, a new inning does not start after a 2-hour time limit. And Loosemore delivers the 0-1 pitch, and it's ball 1. So it's 1-1 now here to the leadoff hitter for Sioux Falls West. That's Noah Goodroad. Loosemore's third pitch is a little bit high. It's 2-1 now. We're just starting here, top of the first, Jack Williams Stadium. Joe Schreiner alongside Brian Watson. And Loosemore's third pitch is a ball. Fourth pitch is a ball. So Loosemore gets behind in the count, coming high here on 3 straight balls after an opening pitch ball. Loosemore in the windup delivers, and that one's right down the pipe. So he gets the count back now to a full count, 3-2 to Noah Goodroad.
Nice to get one down the middle there.
We'll see what happens here on the full count pitch. Loosemore sets and delivers, and a little breaking ball, and it was dropped by Miller, and he tagged the runner out before he got out of the box. So strikeout there for Loosemore, gets the first out of the game. Good way to start there, Brian.
Good way to start. A little tough start when we were in Valley City there, so it's good to start out the game, put it out, and get things going.
Jamie Legg, the catcher for Sioux Falls, steps in. Sioux Falls West one out here in the top of the first. We're just getting started. We're ball one there is high. We're just getting started here in this game. It's game 5 of the day, as Brian said earlier. Had a late start here. Games got behind a little bit. Once one of the games run long, it kind of backs everything else. Chopper here to third base. Thompson picks it up on the short hop, gets it over to first, and just off the mark, and the runner is safe at first. He get it over to Wamry, but it was just off the mark. Hunter had to come off the bag, Brian.
Kind of a tough play there, in the infield there, had to come up and get it, and the throw just brought him off the bag. So just a tough play there.
We got a couple cameras for you tonight. We got a little tighter shot and a little bit wider shot. We got a courtesy runner for the catcher over to first base. In this tournament, they are requesting that courtesy runners for the catcher at least, because they want the catcher to get back in and get ready for the next inning so things keep moving. That's going to bring up the third hitter, Nate Slowey. One out and way high there. Miller didn't even get a chance at that. Bounces off the backstop and the runner goes down to second on the wild pitch.
I thought maybe the nerves were out with that first out. Looks like the nerves are back a little bit there.
Nerves come back there for Isaac. So runner on second, one out here for Sioux Falls West. And Wahpeton beat Fargo Bombers 6-0 in the first game. Then they lost to Stephen Argyle 10-2 in the second game yesterday. And this is their third game in pool play. So again, that pitch comes up high. Miller had to stand up and get that one. Isaac looking for a different baseball here. And must have been something about the feel of that one. He wanted to try a different ball, so the umpire gives Miller a different ball and gets it back into Loosemore. So it's a 2-0 count here to Isaac Loosemore, one out. Again, thanks for joining us here on Three Borders Sports. We appreciate everybody joining us here this evening. Loosemore delivers, swing and a miss. So strike one, 2-1 count now to Nate Slowey. Nate Slowey, the third baseman. Coach Gilbertson usually calls the pitches from the dugout. Wahpeton in the first base dugout in this game. They are the home team. A breaking ball catches the inside corner on Slowey, catches him off guard there. It's 2-2.
Fooled the batter there a little bit. He thought it was be a little bit outside and stepped back and right across the plate, caught the corner.
So 2-2, one out. Loosemore sets, looks back to second, delivery going to third. Miller throw down to third, way too high, and that's going to allow the run to come home. And the throw in is not going to be in time, and a run scores on the errant throw by Miller down to Thompson. So couple of errors already in the inning for Wahpeton allows a run to score. He leg scored on an error and he reached on an error. So 2 errors.
I think that's going to be the key tonight here. We saw a couple of errors in the game against Valley City, so it's going to be, the matter of how clean a game can you play. Keep those mistakes at a minimum.
That was a strike 3 call there on that one too. The batter Slowey was called out on strikes, so that brings up Dexter Payne now. So that even hurts even more on a strikeout there, and we let the run score. So 2 errors here so far in the inning for Wahpeton allows a run to score, and I think we just barely saw 2 errors out in Valley City the whole night, didn't we, Brian? They played pretty good defense out there.
They played fairly good defense.
So Loosemore still in the stretch, delivers a little bit low and outside to the left-handed hitter Dexter Payne. He's the first baseman for Sioux Falls West. Count is 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Wahpeton trails here in the top of the first, 1-0. There's one just a little bit low. Umpire called that a ball, so it's 3-0. And Loosemore in the set delivers. There's strike 1 to Dexter Payne. He's the first baseman. So again, 2 strikeouts here for Lucy, but the run scores on a couple of errors. So Wahpeton's going to have to come back and fight back. And there's a swing and a miss on a breaking ball again. Lucy brought that one across, so that evens the count at 2-2. 2 outs. Luce is wild on the scoreboard, as they say. Number 4 hitter Dexter Payne looking for a swing, and it's right over the head of the first base coach, and he'll get another chance. Umpire says it's a full count. 3-2.
Good job of Isaac coming back to fill up the count here.
Yes, Good battle back there by Isaac. So Lucy delivers the payoff pitch. Swing and a chopper, foul again, just in front of the first base coach. He picks it up and gets it back into Isaac Loosemore. Again, we're on a time limit here. It's 2-hour time limit. They are running an 8-run rule instead of a 10-run rule, Brian.
A little different.
Speeding up the game a little bit. Again, a full count, payoff pitch here, 2 outs. Loosemore delivers, swing and a miss, and he got 3 strikeouts in the inning. That's going to wrap it up for Isaac Loosemore on 3 strikeouts. 1 was caught looking, and that's going to end the top of the first for the Sioux Falls West baseball team. They scored on 2 Wahpeton errors, 1 run, no hits, 2 Wahpeton errors, and nobody left on base. After a half inning of play, Sioux Falls West won, Wahpeton coming to bat. We don't have any real commercials here, Brian, so we'll just keep her live here and keep going. We might mute once in a while, but we had a short pregame, so hopefully everybody's watching. I know I've got some folks that are watching. You guys can shoot me a text. If you know my number, it's 640-2619. If you want to shoot me a text, we can certainly mention your name on the broadcast here. We'd sure love to do that. Might even have my cousin from Indianapolis watching here down in Indianapolis. My wife texted and said it looks and sounds good, so apparently we're doing well here, Brian, on our first broadcast on YouTube. Working a lot better here than it did in Valley City for us. So
It's the beauty of the internet. Everybody can watch.
everybody can watch, grandmas and grandpas from wherever. So yeah, if my cousin from Indianapolis is watching, that's great. Welcome, Liz. Shoot me a text, let me know you're listening. Her father had a great role here at Jack Williams Stadium years ago, and her dad was George Rulon, and he was therefore my uncle. And George Rulon had a big part in Fargo hosting the 1983 Baseball American Legion World Series here in Fargo, right here at Jack Williams Stadium in 1983. And George was here and had a big part in bringing the World Series to Fargo, and it was an honor to be a part of that whole atmosphere, and being, I was just out of high school a little ways, and being able to be a part of it and around George was a big deal. So it was really fun.
It's a great stadium, a nice stadium to host an event like that.
Yeah, it's hosted the World Series here at Jack Williams in 83, 92, and 95, and then in 2009 Fargo hosted the American Legion World Series, but they held it at Newman Outdoor that year. So it was quite a deal. And I know my other cousin, Jane Rulon, threw out one of the ceremonial first pitches for that 2009 ceremony at Newman Outdoor. So it was quite the deal. Jake Ulick, the center fielder, leads off for Wahpeton. Jake has some good speed, so he might lay one down if the third baseman plays deep. That one's low and in the dirt. Ball 1 to Jake. I know Coach Kappas and the 15-year-olds won today, Brian. They're heading to the semifinals tomorrow in their tournament up in South Fargo, excuse me.
Rolling right along after their appearance last year in the World Series.
Yep. And that one just outside, ball 2, 2-0 to Jake. Third baseman just a few feet off the edge of the grass there, so unless Jake drop one down the first baseline, I don't expect him to really bunt. And the 2-0 pitch in the dirt, ball 3, 3-0 now to Jake. Get Jake on, you might see some action here, some bunting and some sacrifice plays, but we'll see what happens here if Coach McNary calls something else. 3-0 delivery. Jake gets called strike at the letters. 3-1 now to Jake Ulick.
I guess you got to make him throw it across.
Got to make him throw it across. 3-0, you got to be taken. Get that speed on the bases. Jake settles in now. Got to be looking fastball all the way here, and he takes it low, ball 4. So Jake gets the walk here in the first at bat for Wahpeton. Good at bat there by Jake.
Good to get the runner on, get the leadoff runner on, and see what you can do here. Down 1 run in the first.
So you got Isaac Getz coming up here, and again we'll take a look now if Wahpeton might put one down. See if we can move Jake into scoring position, or he might even try to steal a base too with his speed. Jake, the only super senior on the Wahpeton roster, and I'll explain that in a minute. There's a square, and he takes strike 1. he pulled the bat back just in time as the third baseman came charging in. We'll see what Coach Gilbertson calls at third base. Coach McNary usually calls the game from the dugout as Coach Gilbertson on third base flashes a bunch of signs, and Isaac Getz settles in. Isaac, the starting second baseman tonight. And the delivery went behind the back of Getz, and that's going to allow Ulick to get the second. So now we don't need to worry about squeezing or sacrificing him over to second base. So
See if we can take advantage of it.
take advantage of this one now as the wild pitch allows Ulick to move to second. On deck for Wahpeton is the pitcher, Isaac Loosemore. A super senior is somebody that graduated, but his birthday is after January 1st, allows him to play one more year in senior Babe Ruth baseball. And here's a check swing foul back into the net. Isaac didn't want to swing at it. It was inside, and he check swing and it hit the bat, so it's going to be strike 2 to Isaac. So 1-2 count. Nobody out here. Wahpeton trails 1-0 in the bottom of the first. Coach Lance gets over at first base, Isaac's father. And Miratello settles in, looks back at Ulick, and delivers strike 3, takes that one at the knees. So Isaac goes down on strikes with Ulick still at second base, and that's going to bring up number 5, Isaac Loosemore, the pitcher for Wahpeton.
Now batting number 5, Isaac Loosemore.
Lucy's got a little speed as well, so if we can get him on the bases. There's one thing that Wahpeton's blessed with this year is some team speed. So
That's one thing that's tough to teach. You can't,
Yeah.
as a coach, you can't teach speed, but you can certainly take advantage of when you get the opportunities.
first baseman is actually creeping in, but we'll see what Lucy does here. Takes strike 1 at the knees. Strike 1 to Isaac Loosemore. Nice pitch there by Miratello. Again, Wahpeton Senior Babe Ruth, they can't play under the Legion banner this year. There are no Legion games in North Dakota, so they're playing under the Senior Babe Ruth banner. Loosemore waiting. Miratello really taking some time here. He stares back Ulick to second. Now he delivers, and that one's too low. Throw down to second, and almost went wild on that one as the throw was behind Ulick heading back to second base. So the catcher almost threw that one wild there. Almost an error to allow Ulick to go to third, but center fielder was coming in to back it up just in case. So 1-1, 1 out. Loosemore at the plate, Ulick at second base. Wahpeton trails Sioux Falls West 1-0 in the bottom of the first. Miratello looks back to Ulick and delivers. That one's low. Leg does a nice job of stopping that one. It's 2-1 now to Isaac Loosemore.
Isaac doing a good job of being patient at the plate here.
Well, the pitcher trying to help himself here, get the run back. Again, Sioux Falls West scored on a run on 2 Wahpeton errors in the top of the first. Miratello sets, looks back at Ulick, and delivers. That one's just low and outside. That's going to be ball 3. 3-1 now to Isaac Loosemore. If Isaac hits the ball to the right side, that should advance Ulick to at least third base, so he could score on a wild pitch or another error. So it'd be nice to be able to get Ulick over to third some way, shape, or form. If he pulls the ball, it might be tough for Ulick to get to third. And the delivery. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So Loosemore now goes full count. Wahpeton in their gray pants, blue pinstripe on the side. Their blue jerseys with red numerals on the back and Wahpeton script across the front, all trimmed in white. The blue jerseys are new this year because they could not wear the Legion jerseys. According to Legion rules, they didn't want you to wear their Legion jerseys. Sioux Falls West, Miratello low and outside. That's going to put runners on first and second. Throw down to second. Ulick gets back in time and overthrow down there, but not enough for Jake to advance.
Almost a chance there.
Yep.
Good backup by the center fiddle there to keep it in play.
That's going to bring up designated hitter for Wahpeton, number 12, Dawson Hoffman. Dawson gets the bat on the ball. He can hit her a long way. The wind blowing kind of from right center in, left center in, almost center field in, but it's blowing in, so it's going to be tough to drive a ball deep unless you really tag it. Dawson can do that. So we'll see what Dawson does here. As Maritello delivers, that one's a called strike outside half of the plate. Strike one to Dawson off and 1 out. It makes the infield fly rule in effect here. Runners on first and second, less than 2 outs. Wahpeton trails 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. Beautiful sunny day here in Fargo. That one's outside and in the dirt. 1-1 now as the count evens.
Catcher doing a good job of staying in front of that one as well.
Hey, the DeVries family, Chris and Becky, they're watching. Emily, thanks guys for tuning in. We appreciate that. DJ Scholander. DJ, what are you doing there, buddy? Thanks for tuning in tonight. Appreciate the text. He's here somewhere watching. Maritello delivers, called strike in the outer half of the plate. So Dawson falling behind in the count here with 1 out. Runners on first and second for Wahpeton. Hoffman would sure like to advance the runners at least here. Put the bat on the ball. Maritello throws pretty hard. The count 1-2 now, 1 out. Wahpeton trails 1-0 in the bottom of the first. Ulick on second. Loosemore on first. Hoffman at the plate. The delivery. Puts a bat on the ball, goes to shortstop. Shortstop picks it up, throws it over to first, and gets the double play. So Hoffman hits into a 6-3 double play. And that will end the inning as they leave 2 on base. So after 1 inning complete, Sioux Falls West 1, Wahpeton 0.
Hit it pretty hard there, but just the one spot on the field probably where you don't want it to go, right into a easy double play for the shortstop there.
Yeah, it's exactly what happened there, Brian. He hit the ball. He put the ball right on the hit the ball right on the nose. What I'm trying to say, and he hit the ball right on the nose, but it was right to the shortstop and made it an easy play for him to step on second and take the unassisted play over to first and for the 6-3 double play. So Wahpeton leaves 2 runners on base in their half of the inning. So we go to the top of the second now. Sioux Falls coming up to the plate, and they will bring up their number 5 hitter, the left fielder. Colin Schroeder will be the first hitter for them. So
A long half of the inning for Wahpeton there.
yeah, they saw a lot of pitches, and I know there is a pitch count rule here. I'd have to look it up. I took a picture of it when I was downstairs earlier. Let's see here again. See if we can do this here real quick. Adam Schreiner listening. Matt Bone, thank you guys. Bruce Eckery, Eric Guler, thank you guys. Sheila Bone, Carrie Miller, yeah, thank you guys for all tuning in. Ashley, thanks for listening. All those folks, make sure you tell your friends and relatives we're on the YouTube channel tonight. We've got internet working pretty good tonight, I think, Brian, so we're all right.
It's going okay for right now. We'll keep her going.
Hopefully everything's going okay on your end too as fans. So shadows starting to come into play. I know you mentioned that earlier, Brian, before we went on air. You were a little bit worried about what the shadows will do here at Jack Williams as the sun sets to the west. So that's going to bring up Colin Schroeder, the left fielder. As you can see, the shadows are just covering home plate now, so the pitchers are delivering in bright sunlight, and the hitters are standing in the shadows. Loosemore delivers. Strike one call on the inside part of the plate. So Loosemore getting ahead in the count right away here for Wahpeton.
Good way to start off the second inning.
Nice crowd here at Jack Williams for 2 out-of-town teams. That one's low and outside, 1-1. 2 outside-of-town teams here playing game number 5 on the day. The Fargo Bombers will be playing Stephen Argyle here in the final game this evening. Again, these 2 games will decide the seedings for tomorrow's tournament finals. Loosemore delivers 1-1, strike, swing and a miss. So Schroeder falls to 1-2 in the count. Schroeder, the starting left fielder for Sioux Falls West. 1-0 lead for Sioux Falls West here. We're in the top of the second, nobody out. And Loosemore delivers just outside. Ball 2, 2-2.
Yeah, it is breezy out there.
It is breezy. The wind is blowing in pretty good from center field. I don't know if it shows up on our, it doesn't show up on our camera. So Loosemore going to deliver the 2-2 pitch just outside the breaking ball. Going to bring ball 3 and runs the count full.
Just off the catcher's glove there.
Yeah. I don't know if there was a miscommunication on that or what happened there, but looks like Jordan Miller was maybe fooled by that one a little bit. I don't know if he was expecting a fastball and he got a breaking ball or what happened, but nothing hurt, nobody on base. Dave, thanks for tuning in, appreciate it. Loosemore, full count delivery right down the middle, and he throws the hitter, strike 3. So Loosemore gets his 3rd strikeout of the night, Brian.
Maybe Isaac's got it going now here.
That's good. We should mention,
Left fielder, number 14, Caden.
announce the hitter first. Number 14, Caden Frick, the left fielder, comes up for Sioux Falls West. Sawyer Malmy not in the starting lineup tonight. Sawyer pitched a great game out in Edgeley the other night and won his game out there through 85 pitches as Loosemore delivers high. Sawyer Malmy pitched a great game out there, got the W for Wahpeton and against Lemoore, and then he was playing second base and the other night, and there's a hot grounder to first base and picked up by Wamry. He steps on the bag for out number 2, so Wamry gets a 3U on that one, and there's 2 outs now for Sioux Falls West. That's going to bring up Emont Nathan, the right fielder. He wears number 12.
Right fielder, number 12, Emont Nathan.
And anyway, finish up my Sawyer Malmy story. He took a hard ground ball to second base. He was playing second base at the time and had to wheel and throw real hard to first base and hurt his shoulder in the throw. So Sawyer is not available this evening as Loosemore goes high, ball 1. So Sawyer is not available. Good defensive player too when he's not pitching, but and a good hitter too, but not available for Wahpeton tonight or the rest of the tournament.
It's tough when you're out a player like that plays multiple positions and can hit the ball as well.
Fall ball back into the umpire's face mask, and Jordan Miller going to do the umpire a little courtesy and walk out to Isaac Loosemore and give him the umpire some time. Lance Getz, assistant coach, comes out to check on the umpire, and the umpire says, "Yep, I'm good, thank you." And we're going to resume play with a 1-1 count. It's nice to see that catchers give that umpire a little break, and then umpires will do the same for catchers when they take a foul tip too. But some catchers you don't see that, but catchers that are courteous to the umpire will do that. Loosemore delivers, strike 2, 1-2 now. Swing and a miss. 2 outs, Wahpeton trails 1-0 in the top of the second. Sioux Falls West. Emont Nathan, the right fielder, at the plate. Loosemore delivers on the 1-2 count and swinging a foul ball over the first base dugout out of play. Nice crowd here sitting. There's another team. Can't tell if that's the Bombers out there. Looks like the Bombers out in the right field corner there, sitting under the shade of the big tree out there.
You know, it's a little breezy, but just a really good night for baseball.
Yeah, it is. Very comfortable temperature-wise. Loosemore delivers the 1-2 pitch outside and in the dirt. Ball 2, 2-2 now. Again, Deuce is Wild on the scoreboard. 2-2, 2 outs. As Wahpeton trails 1-0 here in the top of the second. There's strike 3 called down the middle of the plate, and again Loosemore with 2 strikeouts in the inning. So he's got 4 total now so far for Wahpeton. So Loosemore with 4 strikeouts, 3 of them looking, and 5 strikeouts. He had all 3 strikeouts in the first inning. I'm sorry about that. I didn't look at my scorebook correctly. So 5 strikeouts so far for Loosemore, and 3 of them looking and 2 swinging strikeouts. So we're heading to the bottom of the second now. Wahpeton trails 1-0. So coming up for Wahpeton here in the Top of the second, we're going to have Hunter Wamry, Nick Thompson, and Jordan Miller. Again, three guys that can put the bat on the ball, Brian.
Let's see if we can take advantage of a good defensive inning now and put some points on the board here.
Hunter Wamry wearing number 4 for Wahpeton. And we appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Got another text message here. We'll see what that one says. My brother Bob is listening from up in Red Lake Falls, Minnesota.
Bob or Bobby?
Bob. Yeah, we call him Bob. He's probably going to get mad at me for saying this on the internet, but we used to call him Bobby Chucky. His middle name was Charles, so I used to call him Bobby Chucky, and he never did like that. So sorry about that, Bob. He is Father Bob Schreiner.
There you go.
So I appreciate you listening in up in Red Lake Falls, Bob. Thank you very much. And I apologize for the Bobby Chucky. Yeah, a nice night here, and they've got the grandstands. Every other row is closed off, so you cannot sit one row on top of the other, but there are people sitting next to each other in those rows on each side of the bases. Jordan, hey, thanks, Kaler, for listening. Jordan Kaler tuned in. Thanks, Jordy.
Leading off for Wahpeton, first baseman, number 4.
So that's going to bring up Hunter Wamry for Wahpeton in the bottom of the second. Jordy going to Concordia to play basketball.
Play a little basketball.
Good for her. So Hunter Wamry settles in and takes the first pitch delivery, a little high and tight. Head high there. Hunter takes ball 1. His catcher overthrows to Maritello. So ball 1 to Hunter Wamry, the first baseman for Wahpeton, wearing number 4. Sioux Falls West in white pants and dark blue shirts. Again, they've got red numbers and post 15 across their chest. Wamry takes the second pitch, swing and a miss. A little bit high there, but Hunter thought it looked pretty good, so he took a swing and takes strike 1. And the breeze blowing in from center field, pretty strong. Large flag out there, pretty straight out. But again, it's a nice evening here in Fargo. There he takes strike 2 at the knees, so it's Wamry now runs the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You can see the breeze blowing the pitcher's pants every once in a while and give you an idea of how strong the wind's blowing.
Oh, sure, yeah. 75 degrees here in Fargo, according to my phone, Brian, so it's a nice evening, nice temperature. And 2-2 pitch now to Hunter Wamry as that one goes outside. So 2-2. First base now in complete shadow. And that Emily DeVries down there waving at you?
Emily and Jordy are sitting down
Emily and
there.
Jordy are both there.
Down
Okay.
on the first
All
base
right.
line.
Both down along the first base line. Thanks, guys. That one's high and tight to Hunter Wamry then. That one goes past the catcher, so that runs the count full now to Hunter Wamry. And again, you can probably see the wind blowing the pitcher's pants there. Is a pretty good breeze out of the southeast. Maritello settles and delivers. And that's ground ball to the shortstop, deep in the hole. Going to be a long throw, and it's in the dirt, and it goes wide, and Wamry's going to round first and head for second. Better unhook the plow, buddy. Get there. And he slides in safely as the second baseman drops the ball, and Hunter hustles his way to second on the ground ball error. And Hunter looks like he's hurting a little bit there.
He didn't really give himself a chance to slide there. He just kind of a half slide and
Third baseman, number 19.
sort of stood up a little bit and maybe jammed his leg into the base
I
there.
think that's exactly what happened, Brian. So he reaches on the air by the shortstop for Sioux Falls West. Moores is his name. So again, the first error by Sioux Falls West allows a runner at second base. So again, Wahpeton sitting with a runner at second base in scoring position here for the second inning in a row. Brings up Nick Thompson, the third baseman for Wahpeton. Big Nick at the plate. The other night, Valley City drove one to deep left center for a triple. And he takes strike 1 across the plate. Excuse me, I think he had his triple out to right center, wasn't it?
Right center, yep.
Yep.
Deep right center.
Yep. So strike 1 to Nick Thompson with a runner in scoring position. Nick would like to have another one out there to right center again. That should bring in Wamry. He's rubbing his knee a little bit. Yeah, I think you're right, Brian. I think he slid right into the bag. And the pitch. That one hits Thompson right in the middle of the back. And he's going to take first base. So runners on first and second now with nobody out. And Jordan Miller, the catcher for Wahpeton, is going to come to the plate. They say don't rub it, but I think that one hurt, Brian.
I think he can rub a little
Yeah.
dirt on it,
Yeah.
might help it out a little bit. But he went in there pretty hard. You could see it's kind of, not a great slide, just kind of unorthodox there, and caught his foot on the bag there.
And I think we're going to have a coach's visit. Yes, we are. So the coaches from Sioux Falls are coming out to visit here with the defensive team.
Give a reminder, fans, that you call ball.
We can read a little bit.
Oh, that's okay. I'll keep going. Coaches are meeting out there. I think they're probably talking more defensive things, what they're going to do if Jordan Miller puts down a bunt here with runners on first and second. I'm guessing that's what the coach for Sioux Falls West is talking to them about. And then he's also talking, do we want to look at a strike, or do we want to take a strike, see if the pitcher comes through, or because he did struggle a little bit there against Nick Thompson. So a lot of coaching going on right now between the two coaching benches.
It was a long first inning for Wahpeton. Pitches are starting to take a toll. They're starting to add up here. So maybe he's getting a little bit tired. You never know. It's early yet, but could be a little fatigue factor here.
Coach Gilbertson met with his runners over at third base, and Miller was there for a little bit, and then he took off and did some more warm-up swings. Now he's getting the signals from Coach Gilbertson and steps back into the box. Jordan Miller going to get his first pitch here. Miratello settles in. Runners on first and second. Nobody out. Wahpeton trails 1-0 bottom of the second. Miratello. And there is a bunt, and it's right out in front of home plate. Catcher's got to go to first and a little bit wide. What do they say? And he was off the bag. The throw was wide from the catcher to the second baseman covering first base, so that's going to be safe for Jordan Miller on an error throw by the catcher. So E2, 2 errors for Sioux Falls here in this half of the inning. Brings up bases loaded, and the coach for Sioux Falls wants to come out and check the umpire at home plate, and yes, he was off the bag, says the umpire, and no argument there from the Sioux Falls coach.
I think he did pull it, but he thought that maybe he got back before the runner was there.
So it was a safe call on the errant throw by the catcher.
Left fielder, number 20.
So we've got bases loaded for Wahpeton here. Did you say Katrina was listening too?
The Bayumpas are listening.
Thank you, guys. Karen and Don and Katrina, thank you for tuning in. So now coming to the plate for Wahpeton, Tori Ulick, left-handed hitter. See if he puts one down. He likes to bunt as well. That one's low and in the dirt. Ball 1. Tori with good speed to first as well. He's been known to lay one down. We'll see if there's a squeeze on here for Wahpeton. The corners are in for Sioux Falls, though. Third base and first base are playing up. So it might be tough for Tori to put one down. Let's see what he does. He looks like he's swinging away. Takes high ball 2. So 2-0 now. Miratello with no room on the bases for any free passes. No room at the end, Brian, as they used to say.
No room at the end. It'd be nice to get something out of this here. You got a good opportunity here early.
Shortstop and second baseman are playing deep. So if he does hit it there, at least we'll get a run across. And swing, and it's a chopper. First baseman fields it, goes to short for 1. They get the force at second. Run scores. Wamry comes across, but they did get a 3-6 ground ball out for the first out. But the runner, Hunter Wamry, does score for Wahpeton. So
I think you'll take it. I think it's a good exchange there. You'll take the run for the out there.
Exactly. So runners at the corners now. Tori Ulick with the fielder's choice. So we'll see now if the speedster at first base gets a green light and see what we can do to put something in play here with a runner at third, 1 out. Brings up Sterling Warney, the right fielder for Wahpeton. Sterling, wearing number 15, steps into the box. Sterling hit a couple of ropes and taking off from first to second, and Sterling gets hit in the shoulder, and he's going to get a free pass. So another hit by pitch in this inning. It's going to load the bases now for Wahpeton. And the top of the order, Jake Ulick coming up. So that one was high and tight, and I don't think Sterling had a chance to even back out of there.
No, nothing he could do. Just had to grin and bear it and take it. And go ahead and take your little march down to first base and take advantage of it.
Exactly. Bases loaded now, 1 out for Wahpeton. Thompson at third, Tori Ulick at second, Sterling Warney at first, Jake Ulick at the plate, Miratello delivers. Strike one right down the part there. So Jake wanted to see a strike first as Miratello had been struggling, so Jake wanted to see what was going on.
I think it's the right thing to do. You know, you've got a pitcher that's struggling, make him show that he can throw it over the plate.
Make him throw a pitch, yep. Jake settles in on the 0-1 count, 1 out, bases loaded for Wahpeton. We're tied at 1. And strike 2 at the knees. So Jake gets deep in the count now, 0-2 as Miratello gets ahead. Text from my son, it's looking good, so thanks Adam for listening. He's listening as well. Thank you, Adam. And Jake Ulick, 0-2 count. Gotta watch it here. And swings, ground ball to second base. He's not going to get 2 on Jake. Jake's going to beat that one as a run scores. Thompson scores from third. So Jake Ulick with the RBI and the fielder's choice goes to first base. And getting thrown out at second, 4-6, would be Sterling Warney.
That's just one of those deals where you just need to hit hard somewhere. You know you're going to get something good out of it.
So Tori Ulick advances to third, Jake Ulick at first, and now coming to bat for Wahpeton, number 22, Isaac Getz. Getz playing second base tonight for Wahpeton. And Sawyer Malmy not able to play tonight. He probably won't be playing the rest of the tournament. Wahpeton does play Valley City for the second time on Monday night at the airport park, and I don't think he's going to be available the way it and Jake leaves in a hurry, way ahead. Now he stops in between first and second, and they're going to try to make something happen here. They're going to try and make the catcher throw somewhere, and Jake stops and advances to second base, and no contesting from the catcher.
Trying to catch the catcher off guard there, making him throw a second, see if he can score the run.
So the Ulick boys on third and second. Isaac Getz at the plate. Strike 1 was the call in the first pitch. So it's 0-1 to Isaac Getz. Getz settles. Miratello delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So Getz falls behind in the count. 0-2. Tori Ulick at third. Jake Ulick at second. Wahpeton looking to score at least 1, if not 2 more runs on a base hit here by Isaac Getz. Wahpeton leads now 2-1 in the bottom of the second. 2 outs. 0-2 count. Miratello delivers. Swing, and it's pop foul behind home plate, and just not high enough for the catcher to get back in time to pick that one up.
Just into the screen there.
So
good hustle by the catcher.
Good hustle by the catcher. Yep. If he wouldn't have been close to the wall, I think he was going to lay out for that one. But so Miratello is still ahead in the count, 0-2 to Isaac Getz. Wahpeton scored 2 runs here in this inning. A couple of fielders' choices and a couple of errors here by Sioux Falls West has allowed Wahpeton to score 2 runs. And that one's called strike 3 to Isaac Getz, and that's going to end the inning as he looked at strike 3. But Wahpeton scores 2 runs on a couple of errors by Sioux Falls West, and they leave 2 on base. So the score after 2 innings complete, Sioux Falls West 1, Wahpeton 2.
Good job of taking advantage of, loading up the bases there twice and producing some runs.
They did well here, Brian, and taking advantage of those errors and walks and hits batters too, as well as Nick Thompson was hit by a pitch, along with Sterling Warney was hit by a pitch too as well. Nick Thompson eventually scored. Hunter Wamry reached on an error and got to second. He eventually scored 2 as well for Wahpeton. So Wahpeton leads now, going to the top of the third, 2-1. I want a tip of the cap to you, Brian Watson, for doing everything you did here to go do all the graphics we got shown here for tonight, and doing the starting lineups, putting all them things in, and we got here. Brian did a lot of great stuff here to get this stuff on our YouTube channel. Again, thanks for tuning in to Three Borders Sports. Three Borders Sports Network, that's a little venture Brian and I are trying to do and get created here, and we're hopefully going to do some more stuff here this summer. Eventually going to do some football and probably some basketball here if we can this winter here. So we're looking to do some more stuff here on Three Borders Sports Network. We've got a Facebook page as well. We're on the YouTube channel here. We've got a fairly decent internet connection, so we decided to try the YouTube channel tonight. and got that going. If you want to send us an email, Brian, can you remember? It's do that again for me. It's number three.
The number 3, Borders Sport Network at gmail.com.
All right, thank you.
3 Borders Sports Network at gmail.com.
All right, thanks, Brian. That's going to bring us now to the top of the third. Let me flip my book over, and we've got the shortstop, Cody Moores,
Leading off is Sioux Falls.
Coming up.
Number 8, shortstop, Cody Moore.
for Sioux Falls West here in the top of the third. Again, a 2-hour time limit or an 8-run rule. And Loosemore delivers. Nice pitch, right? Letter high and swing and a miss. Strike one to Cody Moores.
Cody was going after that one. He swung pretty hard at it.
Cody Moores, the number 8 hitter, wearing number 8. And that one's fouled back over the backstop here and over the press box. Strike one. Nothing been hit toward my pickup in the foul territory yet, Brian, so we're safe there.
Nothing over the third baseline
No,
there.
no, it'd take a pretty good poke there to get it over there in this wind too. So, although the flag is dying down a little bit.
Yeah, it's not gusty as much as it
No,
was.
no, and just as we say that. Loosemore delivers the 0-2 pitch, swing, and it's pop fly. Looks like it's going to be foul territory. Nick Thompson didn't see it, so Jordan Miller comes over and grabs it in foul territory. I think Nick Thompson, it could have been his ball, but he couldn't see it there in the sun, I think, Brian.
I think it was good communication there. He got called off there, so
Yeah.
good talk there. To
So nice catch there by Jordan Miller. He had to catch that one going toward the third base dugout. So,
went a long way to get it.
yep, Nick Thompson, I think, lost it in the sunlight there. So Jordan Miller, good thing he was there and made the catch. So nice catch there for Jordan Miller on the F2. It's going to bring up Keegan Johnston, second baseman for Sioux Falls. 1 out, and Loosemore delivers ball 1. Got a few Wahpeton fans here tonight. Loosemore delivers. Breaking ball caught the hitter Johnston off guard there. Breaks him at the knees and goes across for strike one call. Loosemore's breaking pitch working well with that wind.
Sometimes that can be tough to control. You know, you got to get the wind behind you like that.
Yep.
Isaac doing a good job of keeping it under control.
And there's a changeup, I believe, and it's going to be 1-2 now on a call strike. So 1-2, 1 out. Sioux Falls West trailing Wahpeton here in the top of the third, 2-1. And delivery just a little bit low. Lucy wanted that one.
That looked pretty good.
Yeah. Lucy hopped a couple extra times on that one, but he didn't get the call. So the count goes to 2-2 now, 1 out. And the delivery, a little breaking ball, catches the hitter off guard again, so strike 3 watching that one. So Lucy records his 6th strikeout on the day. Nice pitch by Lucy, Brian.
He's doing a good job tonight.
Yep.
He's got it going.
Good control so far. The Stephen Argyle team down in front of us. Gonna watch a few innings of this game. 2 outs now, top of the third. Lucy delivers, swing, fall back to the net, strike 1. Wahpeton leads in the top of the third, 2-1. Scored 2 runs in the bottom of the second. Sioux Falls West scored their run in the top of the first on a couple of Wahpeton errors, allowing Jamie Legg to score. Lucy delivers the 0-1 pitch. That one lands about 6 feet in front of home plate for ball 1.
Just got to relax here and get back to business.
The 15U team won their game today. They'll be going into the semifinals on the South Fargo tomorrow. Delivery by Lucy is outside, ball 2, 2-1. 15U team by Coach Kappas and the boys. Again, like Brian said earlier, they're having a good run after their World Series appearance last year in the 14U tournament down in Alabama. Lucy delivers 2-1, foul ball, strike 2, out of play over on the first base side. Warning gives chase, but not playable. So Lucy runs the count 2-2 now.
I think Coach Kappas and the boys trying to pick up where they left off.
I think so. I think they play tomorrow. me look here, I wrote it down. They play tomorrow at 9:15 in a semifinal game. If they win, they play at 4:45 in the championship game, and they lose, they play in the third place game at 2:15 in the Thoraldson Fields. Lucy delivers, strike 3, call again to the leadoff hitter. So again, Lucy with 2 more strikeouts in this inning, and that's going to end it on a mowing down inning for Isaac Loosemore. 2 more strikeouts for Lucy. That gives him 7 on the day already. So 7 strikeouts for Lucy after 3 innings. So,
Both of those strikeouts looking too.
yeah, no runs, no hits, no Wahpeton errors in the top of the third for Sioux Falls West. Again, it's a scheduled 7-inning game. There is a 2-hour time limit. This game, first pitch was at 6:40, so no new inning starts after 8:40. So if we get to 8:40, we will not begin a new inning. The teams will be allowed to finish out the inning if the home team is behind, if it does go after 8:40. So let's see what is going on here for, again, Lucy pitching well here, Brian.
Doing a really good job.
Trying to see who we got coming up. Isaac Loosemore's coming up for Wahpeton. The pitcher, seeing if he can help himself now. When he comes up to the plate, he's going to lead off the bottom of the third, followed by Dawson Hoffman, the designated hitter, and then Hunter Wamry's going to get another chance to hit for 2 innings in a row. So, number 3, 4, and 5 hitters for Wahpeton coming up next.
See if we can manufacture a couple more runs here.
In the shadows, like you and I talked, Brian, are starting to creep in now on the pitcher's mound. We talked about that earlier, and first base completely covered in shadows. The pitcher's mound, just his feet are in the shadows, so he's just barely in the shadows. Home plate completely covered now by shadows here at beautiful Jack Williams Stadium.
Half covered there. Tough for the outfitters a little bit with the sun back behind us.
That is true. And Nick Thompson struggled with that foul ball too, that was into the sun and got above the trees, and he lost her when it got above the trees. So Lucy steps into the batter's box. He walked in his first appearance in the first inning. Takes outside, ball 1. Isaac Loosemore having a good inning on the mound, trying to help himself here at the plate.
See if we can do double duty here.
Miratello delivers, and that's inside, and makes Lucy back out. I say Lucy, and he's all right with that nickname. He goes by Lucy all the time. So Isaac Loosemore, good basketball player for the Huskies last winter. Miratello delivers, foul ball back over the first base dugout, not a play. Count goes now to 2 balls and 1 strike to Loosemore.
I don't know if Isaac was real happy with taking that one. He might have thought it was a little bit high. Seemed a little bit upset after he swung at it.
Could have been ball 3. But it's 2-1 now to Loosemore. Miratello delivers. And that one's right down the pipe there, strike 2. And he shakes his head at that one too, saying I should have swung at that one. Yeah.
That might have been a 1.
Yep. So it's 2-2 now to Loosemore. Again, he walked in the first inning and ended up getting forced out at second base on a double play ball. 2-2. And that one's low and in the dirt. Good stop by the catcher leg. So Lucy runs the count now full. 3-2. And the Fargo Bombers and Stephen Argyle will be playing the next game after ours. It's scheduled for 8:30, but I don't think unless something happens here where there's a lot of runs scored. There is an 8-run rule. That one's in the dirt, gets away. Loosemore's going to hustle his way down to first, but not going to have a chance to go to second as the catcher got on the ball right away. So Loosemore advances on a base on balls, Coach.
Good hustle down the line there.
Yep. He was looking for that chance. If the catcher was sleeping, he was going to go.
Gotta
Isaac
be
Loosemore,
aware.
good speed, yeah.
Right? Got to be aware of what's happening.
So Dawson Hoffman. I was trying to get ahead of myself in my scorebook here. So Dawson Hoffman, the designated hitter for Wahpeton, comes to the plate. He's batting for Mason Tome, who's at shortstop. And
A little activity down there in the bullpen for Sioux Falls.
So Sioux Falls got somebody warming up in the bullpen down there. We'll see if we can get a number and figure out who that was. And pickoff attempt at first base. Lucy gets back in time. Dawson Hoffman is first at bat, grounded out to shortstop on that double play ball and was forced out at first base. That double play ball was right by the book, if you will, for a shortstop to make an unassisted double play. Stepped on the bag and threw to first just in time to get Dawson Hoffman at first. So Dawson looking for revenge here. Takes strike one at the knees. Warming up in the bullpen is a Sioux Falls hitter, or pitcher, excuse me. Number 3 is his number. Let's see if I can find his number here. I had to take a picture of the Sioux Falls lineup, and I don't have it here, so we'll have to see if we can get that from the scorebook operator if it happens here in between innings. Miratello wheels and throws over to first base on a pickoff attempt, and again it's late. Loosemore dives back in, gets the uniform derby. Once again, Loosemore at first, nobody out, 1 strike to Dawson Hoffman. Miratello delivers, squaring on the pitch was Hoffman, and the throw down to second on the attempted steal gets Loosemore. I don't know if he got a bad jump there, Brian, or what happened. But
Looked like he got a little bit of a slow start, but you know, he didn't slide there. I mean, if he would have made an attempt to slide maybe outside, second baseman would have had to really come across and get down there.
yeah, the throw was to the third base side of the bag, and he had to come back a long way to get it there. And I think Lucy knows that too, as he slapped his helmet as he's walking off the field. So that's going to put the first out on the board for Wahpeton, and the count is 1-1 to Dawson Hoffman, looking to start the inning again. That one's low, ball 2-1.
Wahpeton trying to take advantage of the runner there, but you know, sometimes it comes down to execution. You've got to be able to, you know, execute it exactly the way that you need to take advantage of it.
So 2-1, 1 out to Dawson Hoffman. Nobody on base now after the steal attempt by Loosemore. There's low, ball 3-1 now. And Coach McNary trying to get something started there and get a runner in scoring position for his cleanup hitter. And might have backfired on him here if Dawson draws the walk. Miratello sets and delivers. Swing and a chopper to shortstop. Moores picks it up over to first and in time for the putout at first base. So Dawson Hoffman, he's hit 2 ground balls to shortstop, and the shortstop made the play both times.
Hit those almost in the exact same spot.
Yep. As my coach used to say, it was an atom ball. A-T-H-I-A-T-H-I-M, an atom ball. Hunter Womry comes up now. He reached on an error in the second inning and scored. He advanced to second base on the throwing error, and that was by the shortstop on that play too in the second inning when it allowed Hunter to get the second.
I think the first baseman there on that play on the air was just trying to hang on to the bag a little too long.
I agree.
Not getting off the bag to get the ball there.
Yep. And a swing there by Hunter is going to be looping foul just outside the baseline, so it's going to be a foul ball on Hunter Womry. Looks like Jordy Kaler's got her mom and sister sitting down there with her now. So Wendy and Ashland is down there. I think that's Ashland, isn't it?
I think that is. Whole family's down there.
Yeah, so I think Wendy and sitting with Emily DeVries down there. And
taking a break from their cooking show.
there you go. Yeah, the Kaler's in the kitchen. They're taking a break. Miratello delivers. There's a chopper to short again. Morris picks it up and bobbles it. And let's see if Hunter can beat that one out, and he does. So an error by the shortstop. So the shortstop getting a lot of plays here at short and allows Womry to get on and reach base again. So 2 errors here on Hunter Womry's ground balls to short. And we'll see if Nick Thompson can do something here with Hunter Womry on first and 2 out.
Shortstop had it there, just not able to control it, just not able to come up with it and bobbled it. And
yeah, he's made a couple of nice plays, but he's had a couple of errors too. So Womry's going to get a safe lead over at first. Miratello 2 outs. Wahpeton leads here in the bottom of the third, 2-1. Nick Thompson at the plate. Nick takes strike one. Nick was hit by a pitch. I think it was the very first pitch he saw. Didn't even get a chance to get the bat off his shoulders hardly. So Nick takes strike one now in his second at bat. Wahpeton leads 2-1 here in the bottom of the third. Nick Thompson at the plate, 0-1 count, 2 outs. Hunter Wamry at first. Wamry again with a safe lead. And there's another hit by pitch, and Nick again not happy about that one. Didn't get a chance to swing the bat again. So twice he's been hit by a pitch.
I mean,
And that-
you want to swing the bat. But
Yeah, especially a big guy like that wants to put the bat on the ball and get somewhere.
Catcher, number 10.
So that's going to bring Jordan Miller up to the plate. J. Mill reached on a, let's see, I got it as an E2, so he bunted in his first attempt, and the catcher threw it wide of the base, and so Jordan reached on the air by the catcher. So right now, Sioux Falls West with 3 errors, Wahpeton with 2 on the board. Wamry at second, Thompson at first, Miller at the plate. Miratello delivers with 2 outs. Ooh, and that's way behind Miller, and that's going to allow the runners to advance on the wild pitch. So runners at second and third, both runners now in scoring position, Coach.
we'll see how long they decide to stay with Maritelli.
It's going to be interesting. They had somebody warming up in the bullpen earlier, but he is not in there right now. So he's either warm or he's been called off, but I would guess he's probably warmed up by now.
Last two are one's in the back and one's behind his back. So see if they stay with him.
So J-Mill got a chance to drive in at least 1 run here for Wahpeton. Thompson at second, Wamry at third. 1-0 count. Miratello delivers, low and in the dirt, ball 2. So 2-0 to J-Mill. Might be taken on this one to see if Miratello can throw a strike.
I would say so.
I would think so. We'll see what happens here. 2-0 count, 2 outs. Bottom of the third, Wahpeton leads 2-1. Miratello looks in, delivers just outside. It looked like the umpire was about ready to pull his right arm out of his pocket, but he said nope, ball 3.
Pretty close there.
Was a close
I
pitch.
thought it was right on the corner, a little
Yeah.
bit low, maybe.
Miller runs the count to 3-0, and for sure you got him in the green, or not the green light, but he's going to be getting the take sign, I'm sure, from Coach Gilbertson down at third base. Torrey Ulick on deck for Wahpeton, and he does take strike call 1.
Yeah, he's taken all the way there.
Yeah. So again, on a 3-1 pitch, as a hitter, you're taught to sit on a fastball all the way, and if it's a curveball, you just, oh well. So we'll see if he sits on that fastball here. Jordan Miller, the catcher for Wahpeton. 3-1 count, 2 outs, runners at second and third. The pitch, and that's high and tight, ball 4, as Jordan Miller does his job and draws a walk and gets to the next hitter. Torrey Ulick coming to the plate, and the coach for Sioux Falls is coming out.
Batter's doing a really good job of being patient at the plate there. I mean, it can be tough to kind of sit back, like you said, and wait and make the pitcher throw a strike, but you get to take advantage of something there, so
Yep.
load him up again.
And we are going to have a pitching change here for Sioux Falls as Miratello heads to the bench, and number 3, and I don't have his name, so we'll wait till we hear it from the PA announcer here at Jack Williams Stadium. And let's see, what do we got going on here? Looks like Jacoby Anderson going out to be the courtesy runner at first base for Jordan Miller. So Jacoby Anderson goes out to be the courtesy runner at first base for Wahpeton. And again, number 3, Sioux Falls player in to pitch. And
You hadn't had a chance to advance. If you were shy, you made a trip to the home Wakefield Bay and enjoy one of the world famous monsters.
so we've got Torrey Ulick up next for Wahpeton, and then on deck is Sterling Warney. We've got 2 outs here for Wahpeton. we'll get the name of the Sioux Falls pitcher. Still haven't got it yet.
Now pitching for Sioux
Here we go.
Falls, number 3, Jordan Kinzer.
Jordan Kinzer pitching for Sioux Falls. So Kinzer gets his warm-up tosses in. And Maritello did not bat, so Kinzer will not bat. Going to bring up Tori Ulick now with 2 outs. Bases are juiced for Wahpeton here, and the infield now almost completely covered in shadows.
Number 20,
So Tori Ulick comes up to the plate, 2 outs for Wahpeton. They lead 2-1, bottom of the 3rd. First pitch to Ulick, low, ball 1. So Tori can put the bat on the ball and get it to the outfield here somewhere that Wahpeton could score maybe 2 runs. Thompson at second gets his lead. Wamry at third. And that one's in the dirt, and here comes Hunter to score on the pass ball. And that's going to make the score 3-1 now as Wamry scores in on the pass ball. Allowing Hunter Wamry to score, making the score 3-1 now for Wahpeton.
Sioux Falls struggling a little bit in the pitching department.
We're getting into the tournament here. We're in the 3rd game of the tournament, and if you had to use some pitchers early in the tournament, you might be getting thin. Again, with Wahpeton coming up with a league game against Valley City on Monday, I know Coach McNary wants to save some of his pitching for Monday too. And there's a swing, and it's going to be a blooper to third, and a nice catch over at third baseman. Slowey makes the catch on the looper just outside of the infield, and Tori Ulick flies out to the third baseman for the 3rd out, but Wahpeton does score 1 run here in the bottom of the 3rd on the pass ball. Wamry scored and makes the score now 3-1 after 3 innings. So 3 innings complete here, Jack Williams.
That ball
Sioux
about 3 yards short there.
Yep.
A little bit longer, it's just right over, so it drops right down.
And that probably would have scored 2 runs there as the third baseman was running backwards to go get that one. So nice catch by the third baseman, Slowey, from Sioux Falls West.
Kind of a turning, twisting,
Yeah.
you know, a
One of
little
those-
bit right on the edge there where the sun is too. So.
Yeah, that's right. He was right on the edge of the sunshine there, and a left-handed hitter, so it's going to be tailing away from him a little bit on that little looper that went over toward third base. So again, a nice play by Slowey over there from Sioux Falls West. We're going to the top of the 4th,
Thank you, appreciation.
and Wahpeton leads now 3-1 after that 1 run there that they scored. Again, Wamry scores. First he got on by an error, and then a wild pitch he advanced, and he eventually scored on the pass ball, and that makes the score now 3-1 after 3 innings complete. So we're going to bring up now in the top of the 4th for Sioux Falls their number 2 hitter, and their number 2 hitter would be Jamie Legg, the catcher, and he's been getting the work out behind the plate too as well.
He's been busy back
He's
there.
been busy back there. And we got a couple different angle shots for you here tonight on our YouTube channel. Again, Three Borders Sports Network. If you like us, subscribe to us. We appreciate that. We've also done some Facebook Live stuff, and a bunt attempt goes foul, strike 1. We've got a Facebook page for Three Borders Sports. Search it with the number 3, Three Borders Sports Network. We've got a Facebook page, and we've also got the YouTube channel here. Lucy settles in, and it's an 0-1 count, and there's ball 1, so 1-1 now to Loosemore. Or not, excuse me, not to Loosemore. Loosemore moves the count to 1-1 on the hitter Legg. Loosemore looks into the sign for Miller, and a 1-1 count. And the delivery. There's a swing, and it's a ground ball back up the middle. Tome gets it right behind second base, gets it over to first base to Wamry just in time. Nice play by Mason Tome for Wahpeton.
Nice play there.
Yes.
The right time, good wheels to get over there, get in front of it, and a nice throw over the first base.
Nice play by Mason. Again, Mason not hitting tonight for Wahpeton, just strictly defense tonight, and he threw that ball from the right side of second base by the time he ended up throwing the ball. So good play there by Mason. It's going to bring up Nate Slowey, the third baseman. Slowey swings. That's a fly ball out to right field. Sterling Warney got it gauged and makes the catch out in right field. So F9 for Slowey. That's 2 outs now right away for Loosemore on this half inning. Nice catch by Sterling Warning over there.
Nice play in right field, kind of sliced off the bat there.
Yep, right-handed hitter sliced off the bat. Sterling got there and engaged it well.
See if Isaac can get out of this inning here pretty quick. You know, just throwing a limited number of pitches be good for him to move on in the game here.
Absolutely. It's going to bring up Dexter Payne. He struck out in his first at bat in the first inning. That one's just outside. It's ball 1 for Isaac Loosemore. 2 outs for Sioux Falls West here in the top of the 4th. Wahpeton leads 3-1. No hits by either team, Brian. It's there's a slicer. That's not going to get to my pickup, I don't think. It might have to bounce a few times there, but over the third base dugout. So 1-1 count to Slowey. Or excuse me, Payne. Payne's the hitter this time. Slowey just got out. My eyes went crooked on my scorebook here, Brian. And the pitch by Lucy, breaking ball inside, goes 2-1 now to Payne. And Dexter Payne struck out in the first inning in his first at bat. And 7 strikeouts for. That one's a called strike there, so 2-2.
That one right down the middle.
2-2 now to Payne. 7 strikeouts for Lucy so far in the game. He hasn't got any this inning here. Let's see if he gets another 1-2-3 inning. 2-2 delivery. And that one's just outside, ball 3, so it's full count now to Dexter Payne. 2 outs. Lucy on the payoff pitch, delivers. Tried a breaking ball and went outside and high, so that's ball 4. So Lucy administers his first walk of the day.
The last 2 in the exact same spot. A little high and on the outside.
He tried to throw a breaking ball on that one too, and it didn't come quite across for him. So it's going to bring up the left fielder, Colin Schroeder. He struck out looking in his first at bat in the second inning. So Schroeder at the plate. He's the number 5 hitter. 2 outs, 3-1 lead for Wahpeton. Schroeder takes strike 1 on the outer half of the plate.
No doubt about that one.
Yep. Nice fastball on the outside corner by Lucy. Lucy pitches and delivers, swing and a foul tip. That one goes off of Jordan Miller, so Jordan's going to take a little walk here and take a breather. And umpire's going to give him a little break, check out home plate, see if he needs to clean it off. Umpire comes in from first base to talk to Lucy for a second, give Jordy a few seconds to get better. And, yeah, he says he's okay, so it's like we're ready to go. Umpires are making their way back. That's tough always when you got to take a foul tip like that off of the catcher. Just don't know where it's going. Counts 2 strikes to the hitter, Schroeder, and strike 3 called, and that is 3 outs. That's going to end the inning for Sioux Falls West. Again, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base.
I think Isaac knew that one was over the plate.
Yeah, he was charging off before that one got to the catcher, I think.
Halfway to the dugout.
Yep.
The ball was over the plate.
Yeah, it was a good pitch. So after 3.5 innings here, Wahpeton still leads 3-1. Move to the bottom of the 4th. Again, if you just joined us, Sioux Falls West scored their run in the very first inning. The second hitter, Jamie Legg, scored on an error and reached and scored on an error. Reached on an error and scored on an error, excuse me. And Wahpeton has scored 3 runs, and they all are unearned as well, all on errors. So no hits in the game yet, Brian. It's the bottom of the 4th, and we're going to the bottom of the 4th, and neither team has got a base hit yet.
Tough going. The errors are what's allowed the runs to score, but outside of that, some decent pitching.
So again, Kinzer comes in, and he finished the inning, last half an inning for Sioux Falls West. He's going to start the inning here for Sioux Falls West as Sterling Warney, the number 9 hitter, the right fielder for Wahpeton, comes in, going to lead off the bottom of the 4th.
Sterling Warney.
Sterling reached first base in the second inning on a hit by pitch. Right in the shoulder, on the left shoulder. He's a right-handed hitter, so it hit him on the inside shoulder. Jake Ulick on deck, and then Isaac Getz going to follow him here in the bottom of the fourth. So Warney going to face Kinzer. First pitch in the bottom of the fourth, delivers, and nope, he did not call that one. It looked like it was pretty close, but a ball one on the inside. Yeah, nice crowd here. The Fargo Bombers will play the second game tonight, so some of the Fargo people starting to show up. It was a scheduled start for that game at 8:30. That's not going to happen, I don't think. Ball two inside to Sterling.
You know, I think initially when we got here, they said they're about a half an hour behind.
Yeah, about a half hour behind. And that's about what we were, too, I think. We were scheduled for 6, and we went on about 6:30. There's a strike call across the plate on a breaking ball by Kinzer. Warney, I think, was just kind of taken to see if they could throw strikes, so he took strike one. So 2-1 now to Sterling Warney, the right fielder for Wahpeton. Getting hit by pitch in his first at bat. Let's see what happens here. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Beautiful Jack Williams Stadium here in Fargo. Home of the Fargo American Legion baseball teams. Kinzer delivers, and that one hit him again, and hit him in the same spot almost, Brian. Left shoulder there, and he's down to first base on the pass.
You might need to ice that a little bit on his way back to Wahpeton tonight.
Yeah, he's gonna walk it off a little bit down there. He's don't rub it, as they say, but yeah, that one stung a little bit.
Yeah.
He's gonna loosen it up a little bit here as they're giving him some time down at first base. He's, like I said, in almost the same spot 2 times. I think his mom and dad are here watching the game too as well. Warney's down on the first base side.
Yeah, he's going to tough it out.
Oh yeah, he's a tough ball player. It's going to bring to the plate Jake Ulick. Jake has reached base both times he's been to the plate. He reached on a walk in the first and a fielder's choice in the second. Stranded at first in the second. We'll see what Jake does here with nobody out and a runner on first. Sterling's got a decent lead over at first base, and the pitch to Ulick inside. Jake's not going to wear that one. He wants to swing the bat.
Looked like he was getting ready to show bunt there.
It did. It almost looked like his hand was slipping up a little bit there. Jake has been known to drag a bunt, especially with the first baseman holding on there. He might drag one down the first base side. Third baseman creeping in a couple steps, so he saw the hand slide as well. See what happens here on pitch number 2. There was a bunt attempt, and he pulled the bat back, so strike one. So 1-1 as that ball went right across the plate. So good catch there, Coach Watson.
See if they can't move that runner over.
The sun completely now covers the infield, or excuse me, shadows completely cover the infield. And a pick attempt over at first base. Good thing it was in the dirt there. Sterling might have had trouble getting back in time. 3-1 lead for Wahpeton here in the bottom of the fourth. 1-1 count to Jake Ulick. Warney on first. Kinzer in the stretch gets the signal, sets. Ulick squares, and he does put it down the first baseline. Tries to get past the first baseman, and he does get past the first baseman. He's safe, no tag. And I can see from here, the first baseman missed him on the tag by about 6 inches.
First baseman thought he could get there.
So he thought he could get there with Jake's speed. He beat him out there. Got past the first baseman on the bunt. So now that puts runners at first and 10th, and that should give the Wahpeton their first hit of the game. So Wahpeton gets the first hit on a bunt attempt there by Jake Ulick, and he gets the first because the first baseman could not make the play. That's going to bring up Isaac Getz now with runners on first and second. Warney at second, Ulick at first.
Good hustle by Jake down the line.
Good hustle by Jake, yep. He put that bunt down the first baseline like we talked about, Brian, and that's where he put it, and the first baseman had the charge. I think it was a little closer to the line than Jake probably would have wanted it, but it was far enough away that the first baseman could not reach him. And again, square attempt by Getz, and it's a pop fly right into the first baseman's glove. That bunt attempt did not work out for Wahpeton on that. So Isaac Getz flies out on the bunt attempt for the first Wahpeton out, Brian.
That was tough there. I couldn't tell if the runners were going to go there or not.
It's a good thing they hung close to the bags, or they could have had an easy double play there. So 1 out for Wahpeton here in the bottom of the 4th on that failed bunt attempt to get the runners to scoring position. Brings up Isaac Loosemore, the pitcher. He's reached twice on a walk. Both times on base on balls for the pitcher for Wahpeton. Isaac having a nice game on the hill for Wahpeton. And we'll be back here tomorrow for the game, whatever time, to be determined what time they will play. And the pitch by Kinzer up high over the head of Isaac Loosemore, so that's ball 1. Catcher leg did a good job of keeping that one in play.
You know, we've seen a couple of those like that get away from the catcher, so a good job of being able to snag that ball down.
Very. So Lucy at the plate and low, ball 1. So excuse me, ball 2, 2-1 or 2-0. Excuse me. Trying to give Lucy a strike and he doesn't have one. So it's 2 balls, no strikes to Isaac Loosemore. 1 out. Runners on first and second. Infield fly rule is in effect. Runners on first and second. Less than 2 outs. Isaac Loosemore settles the delivery. Foul ball, strike 2, or excuse me, strike 1 out of play over the first base side.
Fans, return all ball balls to the concession stand, the home plate cafe for a nice spicy treat.
So it's 2-1 now to Lucy. 1 out. Wahpeton leads 3-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Runners on first and second. Jake Ulick at first, Sterling Warning at second. Isaac Loosemore at the plate, 2-1. 1 out. Kinzer settles and throws. And it's in the dirt. That's going to be out of reach for the catcher. Going to go back to the backstop, and Warney goes to third. Jake Ulick strides over to second, and it's going to be a 3-1 count now to Isaac Loosemore. So again, a tough play for leg there, Brian.
Another tough one. He's had a tough goal back there. He's been really busy, really active, but you know, for the most part, doing a pretty good job. But the couple that have gotten away from him, you know, have been in a bad spot. And, you know, we're able to load the bases up a couple times and advance the runners.
Yep. So the runners advance to third and second base as Loosemore looks now for a 3-1, sitting on a fastball. See if he gets it. And he does, right down the plate, and he swings, and it's going to be a foul ball. Looks like it's going to be close, and it's out of play, just over the first base dugout, out of play, and runs the count full now to Isaac Loosemore, 3-2. So he was sitting on that fastball, just a little behind it, Brian.
Isaac's done a really good job at the plate. He's just made the pitcher work. He's been really patient, and you know, just some long at bats for him.
Yeah, he's drawn 2 walks so far in the game. So it's a 3-2 count, 1 out now. Runners on second and third for Wahpeton. They lead 3-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Kinzer gets the sign, sets, looks in, and delivers. That one's high, ball 4. So Lucy gets his 3rd walk of the day. Goes to first base. That leaves Jake Ulick at second, and Sterling Warney at third. Brings up your cleanup hitter. That's what he's in that spot for. Dawson Hoffman now comes to the plate for Wahpeton.
Here's what you want: bases loaded. You got the big man at the plate.
Yep. And Sioux Falls coach is going to take a little break here and come out and talk to him defensively and maybe settle his pitcher down a little bit. And going to talk to his pitcher a little bit as Coach Gilbertson talks to Warney and Loosemore and Jake Ulick over at third base. And staying at home plate there, Dawson Hoffman still warming up his arms, getting his shoulders all warmed up. So as a coach going out there, he's going to talk to him a little bit defensively. Are we on? Oh, okay. And coaches are now done out at the pitcher's mound. And Coach Gilbertson talking to the Sioux Falls coaches. They go by and they slap each other on the shoulder, and a little smile between the two of them. As the home plate umpire went to the first base dugout, must have got a drink of water, and he's on his way back out now to home plate as the teams are ready. Hopefully you're enjoying the feed here for Three Borders Sports Network. We're on our YouTube channel tonight. And we got hopefully we got a decent enough internet connection so everybody's enjoying the game. Dawson Hoffman, cleanup hitter for Wahpeton, going to take the 0-0, the 0-0 count. Swings, and he pulls that one to the third baseman. Right at the third baseman, he's going to throw it over to first, and he bobbles it at first base. That allows Hoffman to be safe. And we did score a run as Sterling Warney crosses the plate. Jake Ulick was forced out at third for the second out. And then the error to first base allows Dawson Hoffman to reach. So runners now at first and third. Loosemore reached third on the error, and Dawson Hoffman getting some attention over there at first base as he kind of tumbled after he crossed the bag.
Yeah, I don't know if he tripped over the first baseman or if he tripped over the bag, but he went down kind of hard.
So Coach McNary went out there to talk to him, and Coach Getz was already over there, so they look like Dawson's ready to go. Dawson, again, a tough ball player too for Wahpeton. So Wahpeton scores one here on that error by the third baseman's throw, and Dawson gets the RBI. So 2 outs now, runners at the corners for Wahpeton. Hunter Womerian at the plate, and he takes low ball 1. Hunter has reached twice on an error as well. Runners at the corners for Wahpeton. 4-1 lead here in the bottom of the fourth. 1-0 count to Hunter Womerian. Hunty settles in, looks, ooh, and that's called strike at the letters. So 1-1. I think Hunter thought it was a little bit high too, but it was 1-1. 2 outs, runners at the corners for Wahpeton. They lead 4-1 here in the bottom of the fourth. Womry swings right back up the middle, and he gets the second base hit of the game for Wahpeton on an RBI single for Hunter Womry. Nice hit by Hunter right back up the middle, Brian.
Right up the middle, a nice poke, kind of, right where you need to put the ball in that situation. You got runners in the corner and able to sneak it right up the middle of the field.
Yeah, the pitcher almost ducked out of the way there to get out of the way. It was right back over the mound there, right up the middle. And a nice base hit there for Hunter Womry, gets the RBI. So 2 runs here in the bottom of the fourth for Wahpeton. It makes the score 5-1. And that brings up Nick Thompson, who's hoping for a swing at least once here. And that one's high, shoulder high, ball 1 to Nick Thompson. Nick's been hit twice and scored once here, got as far as third base on his second one. He scored in the second inning, got to third base in the third inning, and now he's batting here in the fourth inning, hoping he doesn't get hit by a pitch again. Big fella looks, check swing, does he go? And they say no, so ball 2. Little tight, belt high, but
yeah,
ball 2.
Inside there too.
Yeah.
He's been hit twice, but that one.
He didn't back out of it.
No.
So 2-0 count now, 2 out to Nick Thompson. Wahpeton leads 5-1 here in the bottom of the fourth. Thompson, pitch outside. Ball 3 now, 3-0 to Nick Thompson. Might get a free pass here again. Just doesn't get hit this time.
I'm pretty sure he's itching to swing.
I'm sure he wants to hit and swing, yeah. He might have the green light, you never know. We'll see here. 5-1 lead, they might do that. With the big guy, he might get a chance to swing here if it's right down the pipe. And there it was, called strike.
Yeah, he was looking all the way there.
Yep, he was. Now Coach Gilby said sit on that fastball. So 3-1 count now, hitters count. As Thompson looks for a strike and a chance to swing the bat. 2 outs, runners on first and second. Kinzer the pitch. Swing, and there he drives it out to center field, and it's going to drop and get in, and it goes past the center fielder. So Thompson rounding first, headed for second. He's going to get 2 RBIs as Hoffman and Womry both score 2 RBIs for Nick Thompson. Finally got to swing the bat, Brian.
I'm sure he's pretty happy to release that one. hit it pretty hard, the wind's blowing in. Just center fielder couldn't make a play on it.
Yep. And he tried to make a play. He dove for it and just couldn't quite get there. So that's going to bring up the catcher, Jordan Miller. Wahpeton scored 4 runs now here in the bottom of the fourth. And that makes the score now 7-1. It is an 8-run rule. So we'll see if that happens here. They got to get a couple more in as Jordan Miller takes ball one outside. And the umpire almost raised his right arm on that one, Brian, but he decided not to.
And right on the corner, couldn't decide in or out, strike, foul, ball. Couldn't decide.
Yep. So it's 7-1 in favor of Wahpeton here in the bottom of the fourth. Jordan Miller at the plate. Count is 1-0 on him. 2 outs. Nick Thompson just hit the double with 2 RBIs. And the pitch by Kinzer. Swing, foul ball off the inside leg of Jordan Miller. He'll walk that one off. Catcher's been hit a couple of times tonight now on a foul tip.
You've got a couple players just kind of getting beat up out here. Either hit by a pitch, off the bat,
Yeah.
over the bag.
Yeah. A couple bruises. The ice bags will be, is Chantel shoot here tonight, I wonder?
I don't think Bones is here tonight.
Chantel, you listening there? We might need you pretty soon. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 2 now to Jordan Miller. Count now 1-2 to Jordan.
Got activity in the Sioux Falls bullpen again.
Oh, yeah, Sioux Falls warming up a lefty over there in the bullpen. And nobody warming up in the Wahpeton pen. Lucy's probably low on his pitch count, so he's probably going to come back out for another inning or 2, I'm sure. Kinzer delivers. That one's outside. Good stop there by Legg, as he had to go into the other batter's box to retrieve that one.
I know he's had a couple that have gotten away from him, but he's doing a good job back there.
He is. Yeah, the ones that got by him, they were pretty tough for him to stop. 2-2 count, 2 out for Jordan Miller. Runner on second, Nick Thompson on the double. Miller settles in. The catcher for Wahpeton. Surprised and pitch, delivers inside, ball 3. And Jordan Miller going to run the count full now with 2 outs. 7-run game here for Wahpeton. 1 run for Sioux Falls West here in the bottom of the fourth. Wahpeton leads. 3-2 count. 2 outs. Thompson gets his lead at second. And the pitch, strike 3 right across the plate there as Jordan Miller watched that one cross the plate. But Wahpeton does score 3 more runs here in the bottom of the fourth. 3 runs on, I've got 2 hits and 4 runs on 2 hits and 1 left on base. I got 1 error for Sioux Falls West here if I'm looking right at my scorebook. So at the end of 4 innings, Wahpeton leads 7-1 over Sioux Falls West. We're going to go to the top of the 5th. Again, this is a 2-hour time limit and it is 8:09. So it is 8:09, so they got about a half hour left on this game, so I'm sure we'll get at least 1 more inning in, Brian, unless this inning goes a lot longer than I think it will, but we cannot start a new inning after 2 hours, so.
Well, the way things have been going for Isaac, the innings have been pretty quick, so.
We do not have a pitch count on the pitchers available to us up here. They have not been reporting it up here in the press box, and I will see if I can find how many pitches the pitchers are limited to. I do not think Isaac pitched earlier in the game, so the maximum number he can do is 105. So he can go 105 pitches here, but he won't be available tomorrow or Monday for the Wahpeton Senior Babe Ruth team. Again, Wahpeton Senior Babe Ruth, as Thomas Ulrich catches the warm-up pitches for Jordan Miller as he got the gear on. Wahpeton plays Valley City in a league contest on Monday night at the airport park. We're going to try and do that game too, I think, Brian, aren't we? So we'll have Sunday's game here from Jack Williams Stadium that Wahpeton is going to play, and again, it's to be determined.
That game is that game at the airport park. That'll be a Facebook Live.
Okay, the game at the airport park we'll have on our Facebook Live page at the Three Borders Sports Facebook page, so make sure you like that page and get to that one. So that game will be there. We don't have any internet connection down at the airport park, so we will have to do that one over Facebook Live. Swing and a pitch is foul ball, and the hitter, didn't flip my book over here yet, Brian. The hitter for Sioux Falls is Caden Frick. Caden is the left fielder in his first at bat. He grounded out to Wamry at first base in the second inning. So Caden Frick takes pitch 2 and his grounder, slow roller to Tome. He's got to pick it up and didn't quite handle it cleanly. And it's going to go wide, but Jordan Miller covered it behind the first base overthrow, and he got it just in time, keeping the runner at first base. So Mason Tome had a tough play at their shortstop. It was a slow roller right on the edge of the grass, took that little extra hop and kind of went under his glove a little bit. Tough play there for Mason.
Good job by the catcher there to get down the first base line and back up like they're supposed to.
Good hustle there by
Number 12.
Jordan Miller. So an error by Wahpeton allows the first runner on, and going to bring up Emot Nathan, the right fielder, struck out in the second inning, watching third strike call. Pick off over to first base. Wamry fields it out of the dirt, keeps that one from going by him, so runner is safe. Goosemore gets back to the pitching rubber and settles in to look for a signal from Jordan Miller. Nobody out here, runner on first. And pickoff attempt by Miller down the first base. Again, the runner gets back safely. Seven to 1 lead for Wahpeton here in the top of the 5th. Isaac Goosemore having a good game here so far for the Wahpeton senior. Babe Ruth has 8 strikeouts here for Wahpeton. Runner gets the lead at first base, pitches high, ball 2. 2-0 now to Nathan, and he struck out looking on the third strike in the second inning. Runner at first reached on an error and a delivery, swing and a miss. He pulled his foot out, stepped in the bucket, as they say. His front foot went flying out of the batter's box there, and swing and a miss, 2-1. One delivery by Loosemore, and that's called strike 2. So Loosemore works his way back, Brian, 2-2.
Done a good job. Whenever he's been behind, he's been able to get back and bring it even, and doing a good job. He had a couple innings there where he caught him looking 2 times in a row to finish it up.
Loosemore delivers 2-2, a little bit high. He let up on that one a little bit too much. So he runs the count full now.
Thought that might have been another one there.
To Nathan, yeah. Runner at first base gets his lead. That's Caden Frick over there for Sioux Falls West. Wahpeton leads 7-1, top of the 5th, and a delivery, swing and a miss. Strike 3 for Isaac Loosemore on that strikeout. That gives him 9 strikeouts on the day so far.
He'll catch him swinging, and he'll take him looking.
Yeah, he'll take him either way.
Either way.
The K looks good in the book, whether it's backwards or forwards. So.
Pinch hitter, number 4, Zach Tangy.
So we got a pinch hitter here, is number 4. Did you catch his last name? Was it
Zach Tangy?
Tangy. And Jordan Miller is going to go out and talk to him. So we didn't get the lineup cards right away for Sioux Falls West, and I didn't get a chance to write down all the names here. I just got their starting lineup, so we were in a hurry here getting everything lined up for everybody. So I apologize, I don't have all the names written down for Sioux Falls. Oh, I see Cassie DeVillers down there too. Red's down there, sitting by Zach Manock down there on the first base side. Don't know who's sitting between Zach and Cassie, but I see Cassie down there.
Nice whopping crowd down there.
Nice crowd. Strike 1 there on the swing on the first pitch to Tangy. So 0-1 count here. Isaac Loosemore did good to get the first out now, so Wahpeton looking for a ground ball double play possibility here. And call strike at the knees. Tangy doesn't agree with it, but the umpire raised his right arm. Strike 2. Again, Lucy would take a strikeout again here. Frick over at first base for Sioux Falls West. And the delivery, a little breaking ball didn't come down for Isaac. Getting tired now, Isaac. You got to shorten up your stride a little bit, bring that breaking ball in some. Bring her down. Swirling winds here right now around home plate in the first base dugout. Some dust flying. Loosemore delivers the 1-2 pitch, swing and a foul ball back behind home plate, out of play. The count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out.
Yeah, like you said, Joe, I think Isaac maybe getting a little bit tired here. Maybe just want to take his time a little bit and just throw the ball. I mean, it's just pitch and catch right now. You got a lead.
Yeah, you got a
kinda
6-run
relax
lead.
a little
Yep.
bit, you know?
Yep. So Loosemore settled in for the 1-2 pitch. Delivers, and there's another breaking ball, chop foul behind the plate. The count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes to Tangy. Like you said, Isaac got the ball back, and now he's going to rub it up again here, so he's taking a little bit of a breather here in between each pitch. He settles in and gets the signal from Miller, the catcher. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Nice pitch there by Lucy. He came with the heat on that one. Draws the strike 3 on that one.
Is he at 10 now?
That's 10, yep. He's in double digits in strikeouts here in 5 innings for Lucy. Going to bring up the number 9 hitter, Keegan Johnston. His first at bat, he's struck out watching, and Lucy's going to go to first base to Wamry for an attempted pick, and it's not there, so runner is safe. 2 outs now, top of the 5th, and Coach Kelly wants to walk out and going to have a little talk with Isaac. Might be going out there to just tell him, save your arm, don't go to first. We got a 6-run lead. Just kind of leave the runner alone and save your arm. He might be getting up there in pitches too. I don't know where he is at the pitch count, but
Yeah, he's had some short innings, but now you're late. He's gone a little deep.
Yep.
So.
I'm not keeping track of his pitch count. So
102, 105, you said his limit?
105, yep. 105 is the limit. And he's gone over, so he won't be able to appear in anything tomorrow, or I'm sure he's well over the amount for appearing again on Monday, so he will not be available. And I know that Coach McNary and Gilbertson, I talked to Coach Gilbertson before the game, and he said they're going to save Isaac Getz for Monday. So Isaac Getz will pitch in the league game on Monday against Valley City. So Johnston takes ball 1. That one bounced in front of the plate. And Miller just smothered it to stop it there. And ball 1 now as the runner advances to second base on the wild pitch.
You're down a pitcher too with Sawyer being out.
And Sawyer's out too. So yes, they're they will be limited on their pitching for tomorrow's game. And we'll have that game here on Three Borders Sports Network again tomorrow. Whether they play, and that one's just off the tip of the glove with Jordan Miller, and that's going to allow Johnson to run to third. So now runner in scoring position here, 90 feet away, with Sioux Falls West second run. Count goes to 2-0.
You know, you got 2 outs. You're up 7-1. You just need to get the out.
So the play is at first base now. The runners are still back. Loosemore goes back to the windup here now with the runner at third base. Loosemore delivers. There's strike 1, 2-1 now. So see if Isaac comes back and gets the number 9 hitter on his own. And you can send us a text message. You can send me a text message, 640-2619, if you want to give us a little chat. Let us know if you're listening. Appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. There's pitch inside, ball 3. 3-1 now. So Lucy falls behind in the count again. Left field in shadows, center field almost in shadows. Right field is pretty much covered in shadow now here at Jack Williams Stadium. And the delivery, that one's called strike at the letters, so Lucy comes back now and works the count full.
He's going to have done that all day.
Yep. So we'll see what Lucy does here now. The runner's at third base. Lucy delivers the payoff pitch. Swing! No, it isn't a swing, but he watched the strike 3 for the second time. That's going to be strike 3 and the third out. So Lucy works himself out of a little bit of a jam here in the bottom of the 5th. So no runs, no hits, one Wahpeton error, and 1 left on base at the end of 4.5 innings. Sioux Falls West 1, Wahpeton 7. We're going to the bottom of the 5th, Brian. And that gives Lucy, with 3 more strikes there, that gives him 11 strikeouts on the day so far. So Lucy having a great day at the mound.
Great day on the hill.
Yep. Again, the Wahpeton 15U team won their game today over in South Fargo. So the 15Us will be playing at 9:30 9:15, I believe it is, tomorrow morning. Chris Kappa sent me a note if I looked at your schedule wrong, but I think it's 9:15 tomorrow at the Thoroldson Fields in South Fargo. They play at 9:15 tomorrow morning. If they win, they play at 4:45 in the championship game, and if they lose, they play at 2:15. So Wahpeton 15U is making another nice run here after their 14U successful season in the tournament, World Series tournament appearance down in Alabama last fall. Would have loved to have gone down to that. They're hotter than heck down there too last year for them guys. It was really warm down there.
Just a good trip for those guys.
Oh,
Experience of a lifetime. To be able to
lifetime.
play in an
Yeah.
event like that and make a trip like that. When you've only got 12, 13 kids on the team and they're able to put a season together like that, it's just something really special and something that you'll never forget as an athlete, as a young kid, or sports can give you some really good memories, and I think those guys are going to have some good memories from that event.
Tori Ulick comes to the plate. We're going to talk about that a little bit more here, Coach. Tori Ulick at the plate takes first pitch inside low. Just follow up on that a little bit, Coach. You've had the luck, and I shouldn't say the luck, you've had the abilities to appear in a state tournament once in a while, and some of your players have that experience. Some of your girls basketball players have had a chance to play in state tournaments. That's got to be a memory for them as well. And swing and a miss, or swing and it's drove out to right center field. That's going to fall in for a hit. Tori Ulick burning the corners, and he gets around second, heading to third, and he's going to get in there standing up easily. I hope he gets his uniform dirty, so Mom's got to wash it tomorrow, but he slides into third on a triple to right center for Tori Ulick.
Absolutely smashed out to right center.
So the left-handed hitter pulled that one to right center and got the base hit, so that brings up a runner in scoring position for Sterling Warney, who has been hit by a pitch twice in the same shoulder. So we'll see what happens here to Sterling. But again, great memories for you and your girls teams to go out to the state tournaments.
Yeah, sports can just give you those things that last a lifetime. And there's games that we've played in, being able to make that trip to the state tournament is something that, our players will never forget.
Yeah, great times. Sterling Warney now at the plate. 7-1 lead for Wahpeton in bottom of the fifth. Kinzer delivers, swing and a miss by Warney, strike one. So Sterling wanted to get a swing in too here. He's been hit by a pitch twice by the Sioux Falls West pitchers. Jake Ulick on deck for Wahpeton. At third base on the triple, Tori Ulick. That one's in the dirt. Good stop there by leg, so it's 1-1 count now to Sterling Warney. Warney again scored in the fourth inning, Been hit by a pitch twice, but he did score in the fourth inning. 1-1 pitch to Warney. Kinzer swing, and it's driven out to just over second base. Second baseman settles under it, and that's the first out, as Tori Ulick faked the tag and did not go, obviously. So F4 on the putout to Sterling Warney brings up the leadoff hitter, Jake Ulick. Jake reached on a base on balls in the first inning. Second inning, he reached on a fielder's choice. In the third inning, he bunted for a single in the top of the fourth and reached second base on that one. He's reached second base, but the leadoff hitter hasn't advanced any further than that so far in the game. So Jake looking to drive in his younger brother, Tori, at third base. Jake swings, and that one's pop fly. Looks like it's heading towards shortstop. And Jake is put out on a fly ball to the shortstop on an F6. So we get a runner to third with nobody out, and now all of a sudden we got a runner on third with two outs, Brian. Not quite.
Just not able to bring him in.
Bring him in here on two swings here by the number 9 and number 1 hitters. That's going to bring up Isaac Getz.
Two quick swings there too.
Yeah.
Earlier in the game, you had a lot of patience at the plate. You're able to,
good call.
do some good things to bring those runs in, but getting a little anxious here towards the end of the game.
Yep. Swing, and then Getz swings on a first pitch. That one's foul ball back into the crowd, just over the net, and everybody's safe there as that one lands back in the garden here, just off to our right. 8:25. So unless the Wahpeton team can string this one out a little bit longer, we will probably play one more inning. First pitch was at 6:40, 2-hour time limit. Fouled off himself there, so Getz going to hang in there on a 2-strike count. Legg retrieves that one, gets it back to Kinzer. Torrey Ulick on a triple out to right center field, still stranded at third with nobody out. A leadoff triple by Torrey. And so far, Wahpeton has not been able to drive him in. Getz, 2-strike count. Kinzer delivers. And Isaac thought that one was a little high, but it's a call strike 3 by the umpire. So Isaac Getz caught looking, and they strand Torrey Ulick at third. So at the end of the 5th inning, Wahpeton no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. So at the end of 5 innings, Wahpeton leads 7-1. Well, I guess we'll probably get one more inning here, Brian. It's 8:26. By the time we get this thing started, it'll be 8:27 or 28 probably. Or a minute and a half, 2 minutes for Wahpeton.
The way Wahpeton's been at the...
It's like we're getting a switch here too. I'm sorry, Brian. I didn't mean
No,
to
go
interrupt you.
ahead.
I'll cover that in a minute. You go ahead.
Just the innings have been a little bit long here, so you would think that, you know, this will probably be the last one here.
So looks like Hunter Wamry is coming in to pitch for Wahpeton. Isaac Loosemore is going to go out to left field. So I'll make the changes here in my scorebook as we are doing this live with no commercial breaks. So Isaac Loosemore goes out to left field. Nick Thompson goes over to first base now. So Nick Thompson is your first baseman. And I'm trying to tell who went to third base, Brian. I can't tell yet. So as soon as he turns around, we'll get the number. So Hunter Wamry comes in to pitch. He pitched in Valley City, did a nice job of pitching in Valley City. That looks like Torrey Ulick at third, doesn't it?
I think it is.
Yep. So Torrey Ulick comes in from left field to play third base. That is Torrey. So Torrey Ulick comes into third. Isaac Loosemore did a nice job pitching, and he heads out to left field, and Hunter Wamry comes in to pitch. We saw Hunter out in Valley City, and he did a nice job. He had 1 inning worked out there and did a nice job pitching. I think he had a 1-2-3 inning, if I remember
Yeah, he
correctly.
did. It was kind of a rough start for Wap, and then Hunter came in and did a nice job in the inning that he pitched there.
So Hunter takes the hill here in the top of the 6th. The Wahpeton senior. See if he can close it out for Wahpeton here. I don't know the number of pitches. We'll have to find out from Coach McNary or Gilbertson after the game and see how many pitches Isaac had. But I'm sure he had enough pitches where he's not going to be available on Monday. So we will see what happens. Again, they're saving Isaac Getz for Monday's game against Valley City. So Hunter Wamry is going to come in right away here at the top of the 6th, and he's going to face the top of the order for, oh, it is a pinch hitter. Charlie Jensen is what we're told. So new hitter here for Sioux Falls West as Wamry fires a strike on the outer half of the plate. Nice fastball there from Hunter.
Good way to start there.
So pinch hitter, left-handed hitting, Charlie Jensen. Again, thought he was going to pull his right arm up again there, Brian, but he left it down. So
He's had a couple of those where you can't decide if he wants to pull it out or not.
So 1-1 now. Wamry delivers to Jensen. A swing and a foul ball off the leg of Jensen. It's going to be strike 2. So Wamry gets ahead in the count now, 1-2. Wahpeton leads here in the top of the 6th, 7-1. Loosemore pitched a good game here for Wahpeton. He allowed 1 run on and a couple of errors in the first inning. But other than that, Isaac Loosemore pitched a heck of a game here for Wahpeton.
11 strikeouts.
11 strikeouts, yeah. Wamry delivers the 1-2 pitch, and it's flown. Ball flies out to center field. Jake Ulick has got that one gauged out there. Catches it over the top of his head for out number 1 on the F8. Against that wind, that was a pretty good poke for a pinch hitter. So number 2, Jamie Legg, the number 2 hitter, the catcher, has a busy night behind the plate, coming to the plate for his 3rd at bat. Reached on an error and scored in the 1st, and put out on a nice throw by Mason Tome to first base for the out in inning number 4. So he is 0 for 2. so far this evening. Leg, looks and waits for the pitch from Wamry. That one's outside, ball 2 by Hunter. And Mason Tome has been playing defense for Wahpeton all evening long. Done a pretty decent job. I think he had one error earlier tonight. But there's a call strike for Hunter. 2-1 now the count. Dawson Hoffman's been designated hitter. I see Mike Rittenauer sitting down on the first base side too. He's there. He came over from the 15U as ball number 3 now to leg. Some of the 15U guys came. Scott Wamry sitting over there. And there's a ball 4, just a little bit too high for Hunter as he issues his first walk here. And that should bring up Nate Slowey. Slowey called out on strikes in the first inning and flew out to Sterling Warney in the 4th inning. So Slowey at the plate now. 1 out for Sioux Falls West.
Good place for a double play ball.
It would be a nice place to. I was just thinking that, Brian. It's a little bit low. Ball 1 for Hunter. Hunter's brother Nolan used to play for Post 20. And the pitch, and there's a little looper behind second base, going to fall in. Warney picks it up, throws to second, not in time for the force out there. Just out of the reach of Isaac Getzer as he's trying to run back, but it's just out of reach there, Brian.
It's a nice poke there, kind of a C&I single there. It's right over the head.
So the Sioux Falls West
Dexter.
picks up their first base hit of the night off of Hunter Wamry. And 1 out, runners on first and second, and their number 4 hitter, Dexter Payne, comes up. He's struck out in the first and reached on balls in the 4th. And first pitch to Payne is a ball 1. Runners on first and second now, 1 out. Infield fly rules in effect. Runners on first and second, less than 2 outs. So a pop fly to the infield will mean that the batter is automatically out if the umpires deem it catchable. There's a swing. He didn't expect that pitch, and a soft swing there for strike 1. So 1-1 count now to Payne. And the delivery by Wamry goes a little bit high off the tip of the glove of Miller. It's going to allow the runners to advance to second and third.
That's the second time Wahpeton's had a pass ball like that and
Yep.
advanced the runners.
Just off the tip of Miller's glove. Allows the runners to advance to scoring position now. So Sioux Falls West with runners at second and third, and their cleanup hitter at the plate has not put the bat on the ball yet. Wamry's pitch, again, a little bit high. So it's 3-1 now to the number 4 hitter, Dexter Payne. Could load the bases if he draws a base on balls here. Wamry in the windup, delivers. There's a swing, and it's past first baseman Thompson. They're going to go into right field for another hit. And Warney gets the ball in, almost goes by Miller. He did a good job of stopping it, or they would have had another run score. So on the base hit by Payne, scores the run. And now runners at the corners, Brian.
Designated hitter, number 17.
Well, you know, Wap's just got to settle down here a little bit. Nothing really hurt. You're still up 7-2. You just got to, you know, play a little pitch and catch and just kind of take care of business here.
Just get 1 out, yep. Just get 1 out for sure. That's all you want now is outs. So the coaches are flashing some signals. Coach Gilbertson outside the dugout flashing signals to the defense, and what the defense is going to do if we get a runner that steals on a steal attempt. Do we want to throw it all the way down to second? Do we throw it to third? Do we throw it to the pitcher? What do we do? So we'll see what happens here in the swing, and that one's going to be lined over second base for a base hit into Ulick. That allows the run to score, and runners at first and second. So 3 base hits here, 3 in a row for Sioux Falls West, and they've scored 2 runs now, make the score 7-3 in the top of the 6th.
You know, confidence can really help your game here. You know, if you see someone else in front of you get a hit, you walk up there with a little more confidence. You haven't had a real good day at the plate, but you know, people in front of you start getting hits, and then it's a little bit contagious.
Good point, Brian. They think, well, he can do it, I can do it. Wamry delivers. There's a check swing, and it's going to be like a bunt attempt, and Wamry's going to tag out the runner going to first, and the runners advance to second and third. But the big out there, as Wamry gets the 1U unassisted out by Hunter Wamry, gets this big second out for Wahpeton here.
Yeah, I think that's a good one there. That'll settle you down a little bit, you know,
Yep.
maybe ease those nerves, you know, trying to figure out, hey, what's going on here? Now you get that one. Now you go ahead and try and get the third one now.
Hunter didn't do a lot of pitching in his junior year of school. He played a lot of defensive ball for Wahpeton, but not a lot of pitching attempts last year, and good to see him out on the hill here throwing strikes. So Emot Nathan is up. He struck out twice for Sioux Falls West, and Wamry delivers just inside, ball one. 2 outs for Wahpeton here in the top of the 6th. They lead 7-3. We're at 8:36, so this will be the last inning. So Wahpeton can hold. That'll probably be it. Strike one call as the ball gets away from Miller. Popped out of his glove. 1-1 count. First pitch in this game was at 6:40, and we're at 8:36, so this will be the last inning. So Wahpeton just needs to hold here. Wamry settles and throws. Swing and a miss. That was high heat upstairs, and Nathan took a swing at that one. I looked wrong in my scorebook, so Emot Nathan swung at that one and missed. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs for Wahpeton and Hunter Wamry. See if the big guy can close this one out. And delivers, swing right back up the middle. Hunter stabs at it. Nice catch there by Hunter, and he throws easy toss over to Thompson at first for the out, and that will close it out in the top half of the 6th. 1-3 on the putout. So Sioux Falls West scores 2 runs on 3 hits, and they're going back out, but I don't know if there's enough time. I think that's what
We're
the
gonna talk about it
I
here
think
in
the
a
Sioux
sec,
Falls
yeah.
coach is talking to the umpires, and we'll see if they go back out. I don't think there's a reason to go back out. I wouldn't say there's a reason to go back out with this amount of time. They can't get that many outs and do the warm-ups in time, so it looks like they're coming back in. I have 8:37, and yes, that's it. The players are coming out. Tip of the caps to each team, as this COVID regulations have limited the handshakes at home plate, and that will be your final score. So Wahpeton goes to, and we hadn't talked about the pool play yet, Brian. We got to do that here in our post game here too. So Wahpeton moves to 2-1 in pool play in the red division. So with a 7-3 win, Wahpeton goes to 2-1. Yeah, they could play second place game tomorrow, right? Yeah, so they're guaranteed at least a second place game tomorrow. We'll take a look here as Sioux Falls West in pool play falls to no wins, 2 losses, and 1 tie. So there was a tie because of the time regulation. And also with the tie was Stephen Argyle. They have 1 win and 1 tie. So Stephen Argyle with a win here could send the Bombers to the 3rd place game, or I'm looking at it here. Wahpeton is at least guaranteed the 2nd place game. Depends on if the Fargo Bombers lose or not in the next game.
Well, they're gonna have to just, you know, go home,
Well-
get a little bit of rest, and kind of, you know, ice up a little bit.
Let me think about this here a second now. So let's just talk. So Wahpeton beat the Bombers in their first game, but the Bombers won their second game, so they're 1-1. So if the Bombers win, they go 2-1, but that makes Wahpeton the first place team.
They would win head-to-head there.
Right, because they won head-to-head.
Right.
If Stephen Argyle wins, they would be the first place team because they have 2 wins and no losses and 1 tie. So it's still to be determined whether or not Wahpeton will play. Hey there, guys. Sam Pithy here too, and there's Scott Wamry. Look at those guys down there waving at us. Yeah, they saw you, Brian. They're waving at you, man. So yeah,
They're probably surprised that I'm up and yelling at them right now.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, and I think that's Reagan Klosterman there too, isn't it? So it looks like her. So they're all waving at us, making fun of us. So thanks, guys, for coming to the game and being here today. We appreciate the fan attendance as well. Scott Wamry, there's Sue Rittenauer down there below us. But again, Wahpeton goes 2-1 in pool play, and in the black pool, the black division, the Jets are 0-3. East Grand Forks is 1-2. Sioux Falls East is 2-1, and Duluth is 3-0. So they're already set. They're done with their pool play. So Duluth will be the first place team, and Sioux Falls East is the second place team. So Wahpeton will play either Sioux Falls East or the Duluth team.
Wahpeton can get another Sioux Falls team tomorrow.
So they could get another Sioux Falls team tomorrow, yep, depending on if they finish first or second. But Duluth was first, Sioux Falls East was second in the other pool play, and then Wahpeton, it's going to depend on the next game here this evening, whether Wahpeton gets the number 1 seed or the number 2 seed. So nice job, guys. Great job. Thank you. We appreciate everybody listening. Thank you, everybody, and enjoying Three Borders Sports Network. Again, Wahpeton wins 7-3 here. I'm just gonna. We didn't have any player of the game sponsor or anything, but I'm gonna say Isaac Loosemore is a player of the game.
I'd have to agree with
11
that.
strikeouts
11
in 5
strikeouts.
innings.
Yep. I think it's a good call.
I think so too. And then Wahpeton finished, I think, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. I think was the final total. But again, Isaac Loosemore with 11 strikeouts in 5 innings. That's over 2 an inning. So you got to give it to him for that one.
I think you have to. Nice performance by him.
Yep. Well, that's going to wrap it up from here. Keep an eye on our Facebook page, Three Borders Sports Network Facebook page. Hopefully we had a good show here tonight on the YouTube channel. We'll try and do YouTube
Come back
again.
to YouTube again tomorrow.
Come back on YouTube channel again tomorrow night. So go to youtube.com and search for Three Borders Sports Network. Tomorrow night we'll have that game here again. Tomorrow, let's see if I can find a schedule here for it real quick, Brian, what time we could be on. Let me look here at the schedule real quick. Second place game will be scheduled at 1:30. The championship game is scheduled for 4 o'clock. So we'll either be at 1:30 or 4 o'clock tomorrow, depending on how this next game goes. So Wahpeton's next game will decide on who beats who in this next game. So that's going to wrap it up from here, man. I enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
And thanks, everybody, for listening. Send us an email. Again, the email, Brian?
Three Borders Sports Network at gmail.com.
Three Borders Sports Network at gmail.com.
That's with the number 3.
Number 3, and it's Three Borders Sports Network at Gmail. Also, like our Facebook page. We'll have information there. You can like go to our YouTube channel, subscribe to that. We'll have notifications on there as well. I'll put some on my personal page so my friends can follow me there, and we'll have Facebook connections. Again, Monday night's game. Tomorrow night's game we'll have on the YouTube channel, and then Monday night's game we expect it to be on Facebook Live. Because we have no internet connection out there at the airport park on Monday night, so we'll cover those games too as well on Monday. So that's it. That's going to wrap it up from here. From my partner, Brian Watson, I'm Joe Schreiner. Thanks for watching Three Borders Sports Network. Wahpeton will play either at 1:30 or 4 o'clock tomorrow right here on our YouTube channel, Three Borders Sports Network. Good night, everybody. Thank you.